Okay, cool. All right, thanks for being here tonight. Grateful to be spending some time with you. Everything good?
I gotta get a charger on this phone, but you can start.
Okay, sounds good. Cool. So tonight is actually going to be a little bit of a briefer training, and then at the end we're going to have some rookies come up and kind of do some demos. So we're going to coach you up in front of the group, and it'll be fun. But yeah, we're going to cover the service agreement tonight and solidifying the sale. So this is like the very last step in the sales map. And Tanner's actually going to do this with me tonight. And he's going to screen share on his phone and like literally walk us through how to sign someone up using our app. So it'll be good. So yeah, stay on Slack, pay attention there. We've got a lot of housing that's been booked in the last couple weeks, so we're making a lot of progress with that. Reminder to send in a photo against a white wall for your ID badge. You'll use that on a lanyard this summer, and it'll help you feel more credible to certain customers that might be nervous about you. We have a leadership retreat this weekend. It's going to be super fun in St. George. Can't wait to hang. We have like 40, 45 leaders going down to St. George this weekend. And we're going to make some fun memories, and we have a lot of training to cover to make sure our leaders are ready to take care of their reps. So, and then next week, same time, same place, Corey Clark. I don't know if you guys follow him on Instagram, but he's branded himself as the sales therapist. But he is awesome, and it's going to be like a mindset training. This job is 90% mental and 10% this stuff. Which it's kind of backwards that we talk so much about the pitch. And so we wanted to work in some mentality, mindset, mental toughness stuff. And he's going to get, he's going to go deep on some of that stuff. So please come next week. Super important one. And bring your friends. He's entertaining, and you'll learn a lot. Hard things will happen this summer. It's impossible to avoid them. And this job can be a really cool arena for you to like build the mental toughness muscle in your life. And so, but you got to have the right tools and frameworks, and he'll help you with that. And then the week after, we're going to do a pitch contest. So we will kind of put out over the next week or two a list of people that want to participate in that. But we're probably going to do about 5 to 10 rookies per location. So we'll do this here, Rexburg, and in Cedar. But we'll have prizes that we'll give away, and we're going to have like a panel of judges. We've done this in the past, and it's really fun and entertaining. And you'll also learn a lot from us coaching up first-year reps. So anyway, we're going to do that on the 25th. Any questions about that? Cool. And then the 27th, we're doing the comedy sports improv show with Theron, and we're kind of renting out the space there, and you can bring a date. Or 9:30. Cool. Bring a date. Bring a date. Mobile app, download it. Make sure you're using it. We're also soon going to be uploading some videos from some of our clients on a scope of like them performing an actual service, and so that you can kind of have a really good feel for what the actual service is and what a technician's doing. But yeah, keep watching those videos. If you haven't gone through all of them, they're really helpful. So, and then if you're on this list and you haven't been onboarded, take a pic of the QR code.
The reason this matters, just say this, and they can't hear me. If you onboard to give us your badge photo. If you're selling in April and you're on this list, you're not going to have an ID badge when you hit the doors.
Okay, so what he just said is one of the things with this is with onboarding is getting your ID badge to us. And if you haven't done that and you're knocking here in the next couple weeks, then you won't have an ID badge. So super important and time sensitive. So yeah, we got 9 teams going out, 200 plus reps. It's going to be an amazing year. We're pumped. And we have our first people hitting the doors here in 2 weeks. So
Monday, actually.
Yeah, soon. Yeah, so, or I guess, yeah, we have 2 people starting within the week, and then most of our guys, we'll have like 15, 20 people on the doors early April. So Okay, so I'm going to have Tanner join me. Tanner's amazing. He's been with us for a bunch of years and has sold a lot of accounts and understands the apps really well. And so he is going to help participate in tonight's training. He'll be managing the Virginia team this summer. So,
what's up, guys? Excited to be here with y'all. So what's cool about tonight's training is you guys have focused super heavily on how to get the sale, overcoming objections, working with the customer. This is where we finally put pen to paper and make all of that hard work basically turn into real cash dollars. So we're going to show you how to use field routes tonight. We have pest routes, but we are trying to get everyone to use field routes. So that's what we're going to be showing. If you have any questions between the two differences, talk to your managers. But this is what we're going to be pushing as a company.
this is the older version of this. They're basically they're the same company. They have a new app and an old app. And some people like the old app, but the new app has some new features, and so we're going to be pushing the new app.
Cool. So there's a couple steps to filling out the service agreement, and we're going to go over it in a macro level, and then we'll role play. So Parker will be my customer here. I'm really happy you guys showed up tonight. If you're watching on Zoom, super awesome, because this is a part where you got to be super confident with the customer. I have seen a lot of rookies lose out on their first sale or first couple sales because they got to this point, and this is a part they didn't actually role play and train on. So if you go through all these parts, you guys are going to be set, and not only are you going to be set, but the customer is going to stay a customer, which is how you guys also get paid. So number one, we're going to gather customer information. Two, we're going to put in some pricing. So whatever we quoted that customer, talk about the subscription. Are we doing mosquito, or are we doing pests, or are we doing all of them? Go over the bugs that we talked about. So if there's a hot button, right, they have ants in the kitchen, spiders in the eaves, wasps in the shed, whatever that is, we're going to put that in our agreement. And then we're going to get payment, make sure that they're on auto pay. So that means that they automatically get billed every single month. If this is not turned on, then you get paid a little bit differently. Again, managers can go over the nuances, but we want them to be on auto pay. Every single account should be on auto pay. And then we're going to set proper expectations at the very end of the sale. So edify anything that we told the customer, as well as what they should expect going forward once the house actually gets serviced. Cool. So first part, gather customer information. Hopefully you guys can kind of see the slide, and I'm going to screen share in a little bit so you can walk through it step by step with me. But basically there's these tabs at the very top. Okay. First tab is just getting the customer's information. So that looks like name, phone number, email, and then the address. If we do not get the address correct, our technician is going to show up to the wrong customer's house. Customer's not too thrilled paying for Johnny's place when he paid for himself. So we got to make sure that this all looks accurate. And there's an option to use Select My Location where it'll automatically select where your GPS is. But you got to double check with the customer to make sure it's accurate. Input pricing and subscription. So we're going to select whatever subscription package that we sold that customer. So if they're just wanting GPC, General Pest Control, we're going to make sure we select that. If they want GPC and mosquito, which is honestly something that we should be selling to every single person, then we're going to make sure that we select a bundled package. And then you'll just click on the bundle or subscription that they selected, and there'll be a place to put in pricing. So you can either add it as a discount or just X out and put in the actual price of the service. So if you charge them, $150 after giving them a $150 discount, right? The initial quote was $300, but they're only paying $150. This would say $300, and then this would say $150. So our initial cost would be $150. Below, it's going to have the reoccurring price, which is right here, and you can just change that to whatever the reoccurring monthly price is. Okay, bugs. So this is when we get to the agreement. They're going to get a copy via email as soon as we're done with the customer. And I always make sure that and check with the customer that they actually got that in their inbox, because it's going to have the office phone number as well as a PDF of everything that we just filled out. On here, you can select all of these bugs that you guys talked about and really specify with the customer, hey, we're taking care of spiders, ants, whatever, roaches, whatever. And then you go on to the next section. So 4, scheduling. So right here, we're going to have a calendar. It's going to have a bunch of boxes. So, January, February, March, April. Say I'm selling an account in May, okay? I'm going to check a box right below where it says listed May, and it's going to show up as a blue check mark. The reason I'm going to do that is because I want to signify to the customer exactly when my technician is coming to service the home. So if we're treating quarterly, we're going to make sure we do it once every 3 months. With mosquito, it's dependent on your guys' market, how it's set up. I think it's bi-monthly for everyone. But you're going to make sure, you go every other month and check those boxes if you have a mosquito package on that. That way, again, the customer knows, hey, my technician, if I look at this PDF, I know they're coming in May, I know they're coming in August, I know they're coming in November, so forth. Next. Collect payment. So this is the most important part. You can get all of the other information, but unless we have a form of payment, that customer is not going to get charged and you're not going to get paid. So we're going to put up here, it's going to have options, debit, credit, whatever. We're usually going to do credit card. I don't think I've ever really had anybody debit, but some people are particular. So put in what their credit card information is. It's going to re-edify whatever the initial payment was supposed to be. So you can double check, hey, did this go through? Does this look correct? If it doesn't, you need to go back to that previous page where it had the payment and subscription information. Once that's all set, you click Save Customer, and then that agreement and the pricing should get all saved to the customer's profile. And then number 6. Number 6 is scheduling. So you'll be an option on the app where you slide over once everything's solidified, you click schedule and you look at your technicians that are available for the day you're scheduling. Okay. So usually we're scheduling in Palisade markets same day, in frontline markets it's the next day. Okay. So if I'm in a frontline market, I'm going to pull up my app, click schedule. I'll look for the next day. It shows I have a 2, a 3, a 4 o'clock appointment available. I'll say, oh, cool, I guess 2 o'clock works. It's a 2-hour time window, so it'll show up between 2 and 4 p.m. So then I click that, schedule the customer. I'll put in any notes as well about things the technician should know for that customer. So like if the technician needs to treat the shed or needs to treat inside the house, I need to be very clear and put that in the notes for that technician. Otherwise, what he's going to do is talk to the customer, ask what they want. But if the customer's also not home, they're just going to do a general treatment around the exterior of the home, what they can't do. And kind of the scope of service that we've taught you guys so far. So solidifying the sale, and you'll see me do this with Parker when we do our role play, but there's a couple really key important things that you guys need to do to make sure that this customer doesn't cancel, okay? Number 1, express gratitude for their business. People buy partly because they have a need for pest control, right? Either they're keeping up with the Joneses, either they actually have an issue with bugs, or they're just doing maintenance, whatever the need is, but they're also buying because of you. People buy because of you, and so expressing that gratitude goes a long way because now they associate that sale with Becca, and they'll remember Becca's face for years. I've knocked some areas where I sold previously, and they're like, oh yeah, I remember you coming by, and I remember you setting me up. So like they'll remember you, and when they can remember that you're associated with that sale, it actually leads to less cancellations because if they cancel, they feel bad that they're taking away that business from you. Remind them that it's an agreement for at least 1 year. Why is this important, Becca?
Because if they canceled in between.
Thanks, Cam.
You hear me? Okay. It's important that they know that it's for a year because if they just, the next time they come back out, they're going to be like, wait, well, I thought it was just a one-time treatment. And then also keeping in mind, that monthly payment that's going to be coming out because if they weren't aware of it, then they're going to cancel.
And what happens if they cancel?
We don't get money. We don't get paid.
You don't get paid. The business doesn't get paid. It actually ended up being a huge waste of time for everyone. So it's really important that we make sure the customer's crystal clear. It's at least a 1-year agreement. But then tell them, hey, look, a lot of people end up keeping it on for longer because they learn they love us, and it's a great service.
Can I just share one thing on this?
Yeah.
Value. So just the word value. What comes to your guys' mind? I guess the question is, how are we creating value for the company that we're selling for? Nate.
Good accounts.
Yeah, good accounts that last a long time that are sticky. And so these things are helping you sell sticky long-term customers. You're selling a 1-year agreement, but really the company we're selling for is hoping that they do this for a long time. And so you're setting this expectation, hey, you're trying this out for the first year. We hope you like it. And honestly, we hope you do it long-term, but all we're committing to today is this next year. But yeah, it's super important. Money follows value, right? And so you'll make a ton of money this summer if you create a lot of value. And it's hard to create a lot of value selling a subscription ongoing thing if the customer is not under the impression that they're doing this kind of long term. So you're trying to set that expectation with how you're wording things, closing up the conversation. Cool.
Next part here. This is actually probably I would say, most important thing I say with the customer. Like, if I forget everything else, I want to make sure I say this. And the reason that is because I'm making sure I set my expectations with the customer. And I don't know if you guys have ever heard the phrase, but exceed expectations, right? We want to make sure we exceed the expectations of the customer. And so the way I go about that is I tell them, hey guys, pest control isn't magic. I'm not telling them, hey, when we come out, we're going to get rid of all the bugs. That isn't true. Unfortunately, the way pest control works is when we treat the home, it's actually going to rile them up because they're going to start getting flushed out of the home. Okay, some of you guys have learned like the flush out, right? So we want to see that process. And what does that tell the customer? Hey, actually, I'm paying for a service that isn't supposed to give me immediate results. It's supposed to work over time. So I'm going to say pest control isn't magic. It may take some time. You're actually going to see an increase in activity, and then gradually over time, that'll go down. But if you see anything in between appointments, give us a call. We'll come back for free. And that's why we have those return services or that guarantee that's part of our service.
So if he says that, and then the customer sees bugs the next week, there's probably no panic from the customer, right? Because he has said it and he's warned them that, hey, you actually might even see more bugs in the next short term because we're kind of flushing things out. If they see bugs, no panic. Tanner told me that this is going to happen. But if Tanner didn't say that and they're hiring someone to do pest control for them and then they're seeing bugs that week, what happens? Yeah, they're like, I got scammed. I bought pest control. Now I'm seeing more bugs. I'm out, right? They're calling the company. They're canceling. And that business, I mean, we make hundreds of dollars every sale, right? That literally just robbed you. That one little liner that Tanner just said about pest control is not magic. You might see some more bugs for a while. Da-da-da-da-da. It just saved him $300. And it will save you money and create valuable customers by saying that line. It's super important. So some of this stuff, we're going to role play. We're going to keep working through these, but we're going to role play some of this stuff. But these lines, if there's anything you take from tonight, take this stuff, just these one little liners, because the app, it's going to come. Like, you're not going to walk out tonight feeling really comfortable with the app. Like, it's a little technical. You're going to mess it up here and there. It's fine. We're going to teach you tonight. But this stuff right here, like, if there's anything you take away, to Tanner's point, remember that when you leave, there's a couple really important little one-liners that you got to say, and it will help you solidify the sale and keep money in your pocket.
Cool. Next point. So we have 2-hour time windows. This is pretty standard. Like, if you've ever had your mom or even yourself call to get like the cable guy or internet or whatever, they usually do time-hour windows. With us, it's 2 hours. So that means if I set 2 to 4, our technician can show up at 2 o'clock or 4 o'clock or anywhere in between. You got to be super crystal clear. If the customer demands to have like the inside treated or needs to be home during the service, that you tell them, hey, we're going to show up anytime between these 2 hours. Otherwise, the customer, if you tell them, hey, we're going to show up at 2 and we show up at 4, freak out, call the office, cancel because, hey, you guys didn't show up on time. You promised me. You guys are a scam. No more. So please, please, please be very clear with the customer. Hey, it's a 2-hour time window. Tell them when those time windows are. The customer doesn't need to be home, right? And we can service without them being home and they don't need the inside done. Then say, hey, we're going to show up generally in the afternoon or generally in the morning. That way it gives us flexibility if we need to move technicians around for whatever reason, okay? That is honestly in the Frontline's case more often than not the situation that you guys should be approaching. Palisade, I know you guys are still figuring out what you're doing there. But you're going to put, again, in the notes for the technician, very specifically, hey, this customer needs you to show up between 2 to 4, and then you can schedule that. But be very clear with the customer.
Yeah, I think company-wide, that 2-hour window is a thing. So like sometimes I'll even kind of quiz the customer, right? Like I'm signing them up. It's a 2-hour window. I pick a 2 to 4 window, and I'll say, hey, so if the technician shows up at 3:50, are they late? No, they're not late. Like, because 2 to 4 was the window, and they showed up at 3:50, they're not late. They can show up anytime between 2 and 4 and be on time. So if they're past 4, then they're late. And so I make sure that they understand kind of that, that arrival window. Super big. Again, this is one of those things that if you don't say it and then they're late, then they might cancel if you do say it. They give you a lot of grace.
Tucker, in April, New Hampshire, it's snowing outside. Do we show up and service the house? Really? It's snowing outside.
Yep, even if you're out knocking in the snow.
So the question was, do we service in snow, rain, bad weather? And the answer is actually yes. So there's pest control products are built. There are certain products that are built to handle tough weather, cold weather, wet weather. A lot of the products actually, like, they need water to activate. So you can kind of explain that to customers. But this is another important one, especially if I'm mindful of the fact that, like, rain is on the forecast and I got a sale and it's 2 o'clock and I look at my weather app and I see it's about to dump rain in a couple hours. Like, I'll tell a customer, hey, we do treat in the rain. It shouldn't be a problem. If it's like a torrential downpour or if there's crazy wind, we may reschedule it. But if we do the job, it means that we have confidence that we're good on weather. In most markets, or in all of our markets, we treat in the winter, right? We treat 4 times a year at least. And so we're doing winter visits. And even though we're in a lot of, like, some of our markets are warmer, but like New Hampshire, it's like, dude, it's feet of snow on the ground, right? We still treat in the wintertime. So the weather thing is an important one, again, so that you're preventing them panicking about something.
Raise your hand if you've sold and you've gotten a referral before. How good did that feel, Cam?
We're live. It was great. Some of my biggest days were just asking for referrals, selling the neighbor, gaining credibility. And also people love when their neighbors are doing the same thing as them. They just feel more confident if their buddy is in the game with them.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah. It's the hardest part of selling, right, is the fact that we're cold calling. We're knocking on these doors, and these guys never expect us to show up. And so once we get a sale, let's make sure we ask for referrals, because now we just turned all these other doors, potential cold call doors, into warm leads that the customer just gave us. So let's make sure we take advantage of that by asking at the end of the sale, hey, do you know anybody that would be interested in a discount that, like, I'm offering today? Or do you know anybody in this area that is in need of pest control or has been looking for a new company? Questions like that go a really long way, and you lose absolutely nothing but 5 seconds of your time by asking it.
I have a story that just came to my mind, so you're going to have to bear with me. I'm going to tell a quick story, dude. First summer ever, selling for Vivint in Cleveland, Ohio. It was in Akron. And I was having a really tough week. It was like a Wednesday or Thursday, and I bageled a couple days in a row. And I sold a lady named Christine Flakes. And she was amazing. Still friends on Facebook. Jocelyn always my wife teases me because she, like, comments on my stuff, like, have a blessed day. She's a really cute black lady. She referred 4 friends, and they all bought. And it, like, made my week. I made like $2,500 in a day because of Christine Flakes referring friends. Referrals can be your friend. But anyway, the funny part about this story is I was leaving and I was like, "What can I do for you? I owe you." And she was like, "Buy us all chicken." So I went to the church's chicken. I bought like a whole neighborhood chicken. And anyway, referrals, baby. Christine Flakes. Yeah. Yep. So
Cool. Next slide. So during the agreement, I mean, this happens. It doesn't happen a lot, but you'll get objections sometimes. Okay, a common one is, I don't want to sign a contract, right? Usually when you're bringing up with a customer, hey, we're doing this for at least a year, we're going to try to flush that objection out. But occasionally you'll get through the contract. They didn't know that they were signing up for a year agreement. Okay, so what do you guys do? What's the process here?
I don't think he was asking a question.
I was just going to go through. But who wants to tell us?
Yeah. Darren got jumpy.
Who wants the mic?
Darren jumped on it too fast. There was no question.
We're just going to go through the objection cycle. So empathy, tailored response, and then our close. Okay? So who can read this for me? Now we'll need a mic. Becca.
Mike.
It wasn't.
Do we have a
Okay.
mic? Where's the mic? Oh, she got one. Okay.
So to empathize, you can say, "I totally get it. Remind me, have you had a professional pest control service before?"
Why do we ask that question or phrase it that way?
It just gets them thinking, like, it gets them to know that they do need it, or reminds them that they really do need it.
Yeah, because if you're asking them, hey, like, have you had this before? And they say yes, then it's like, well, you should know that this is going to be a contract, right? If they say no, then it's, okay, let me explain this to you, right? And that's where the tailored response comes in. It's the logic piece. Yeah, Parker.
I think it's on. I think you just said this, but it definitely puts you in the driver's seat, right? If they're saying no, then now it's your opportunity to educate them, and like you're totally in the driver's seat. If they say yes, you're still in the driver's seat, because then you can put it back on them, like, oh, so you do know that they're typically ran in 1 year agreements, right?
Yep.
So throughout the whole sale, you always want to be in the driver's seat. And like my rookie year, this was definitely where like I lost control several times. So learning this one's gonna be great.
Yeah, this is huge. Like he said, and it helps you figure out, this flow chart shows you, right? Do I need to educate, or do I need to remind you what you should already know as a customer? So you're going to follow the flow chart. Yes. Who wants to read the yes response for me? The tailored response or logic piece? Seems like you do. Becca's giving it to you.
Yep, I can read it. So you kind of know how this works. Pest control really needs about a year of service to affect all 4 hatching seasons. I'm sure you saw that your first time around.
Cool. So this is kind of reminding the customer, hey, I'm sure you saw this, right? This is why we're doing it for a year, a contract, right? Cool. What about the no response? If they say, no, I haven't had pest control before, what do we say? Who can read this?
We say,
Okay, can you hear me?
Sweet.
Okay, so you say, okay, no worries, just keep you in the loop. The reason companies require at least a year of service is because that's what it takes to knock out the unique pest activity that occurs in all 4 seasons.
Perfect. Okay. So we give them some logic piece. Hey, this is why you should think this way. Soft close. Most of the neighbors end up loving it and keeping us for a few years. If you aren't totally satisfied, that's why we have our callback guarantee. Okay. And then we finish with our close. So we're going to go right into getting card information. Okay. Is that going to be credit card or debit card? What do you guys want to use? Which works best?
Because
For you?
usually at that point you're kind of deep into the agreement. You have it pulled up with them, and that getting payments your last thing before you're kind of done, right? So,
cool. Any questions with any of this? Okay, let's move on and we'll show the.
yeah.
Something that really helped me to kind of help the customer understand the reasoning behind the service agreement. I think sometimes when we hear contract, when we see service agreement, we always think it's for the benefit of the company. But something that I would remind my customers too is that it's not only for obviously our benefit, but for their benefit in the way that they can hold us accountable. Right? This is for both parties and not just us.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might sound like, hey, this actually protects you, because as the customer, if you see issues in between the visits, then we contractually have to come back to your house and service it until you're satisfied. But if we just did a one-shot visit and you had issues, then we would probably be like, sorry, So exactly, that's a great thought.
Thank you.
Okay, let's role play this, and Tanner's going to screen share on the app, so you'll be able to see this live. I'm going to give him an objection or two so that you can kind of see how he empathizes, speaks to the objection, and then moves me on to the next step in the sale, okay? So we'll do this, and then I'll have a couple rookies come up at the end. We'll do a couple demos and call it good. So pull up a chair. Actually, we could do this standing.
Yeah, we can do
Yeah, we'll do it standing. Sometimes you can do this sitting. Like if there's an obvious place to sit down in their backyard or whatever, sometimes you'll be like, hey, if you want to grab a seat real quick, I'll just grab some information and let's knock this service agreement out. But yeah, if they're old, and if there's an obvious place to sit down. But if not, you can just do it standing too. Yeah.
What I'll add to that is whenever you get into someone's home, it is nice. Obviously, you get some AC, and it can honestly help solidify the cell a little bit. But ultimately, it just takes more time.
Yeah.
A lot of times, like when you commit to going into the home, like you're in the cell a little bit longer, and your time is money on the doors. So I would say like definitely get used to doing this standing up with the customer. That's one thing that like over the years I've adjusted. The other thing I'll say is sometimes on a really hot day you'll be in the backyard and you'll just see the customer just like sweating bullets, and that's like a pretty good indicator of like, okay, this is not comfortable for them. Let's move it inside and like go that route.
Yeah,
So-
I think if it's an easy sale that's kind of transactional, just knock it out and do it standing up. If it's going to serve you and help you actually get the sale, and you're not sure yet if they're sold,
No.
it might make sense to transition into their house. Like, hey, if there's a good place to sit, this will take 5-10 minutes. Let's go sit down if you're cool with that, and then you get into their house. Rarely do you not get the sale if you get into their house. Like 8-9 out of 10 times, the deal is done if you're sitting down inside their house with them. So you can kind of assumptively try to get inside if you feel like you need it. But to Parker's point, you will spend more time there. Sometimes you get on grandma's couch and she's she wants to tell you about stuff. Yeah, and then you're always going, anyway, grandma. Anyway, back to pest control. Okay, let's do this.
Cool. So I just showed Parker pricing. He said he's in. He's like, I definitely want this. I need this. My wife has so many spiders inside the house. She's afraid. Whatever. Okay. I'm going to say, okay, cool. I just need to grab some quick info with you. So
Okay, listen up.
I'm going to click so you guys can see this blue button at the bottom. Okay. It's got a little plus sign, okay, with a little person. So I'm going to click that. This is going to let me create a new customer. Okay. So I'm going to put in his name. How do I spell your name, Parker?
Yeah, it's Parker.
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Last name is Vassau.
Vassau. Perfect. And then what's a good phone number?
801-793-0333.
0333. Perfect. Okay. And then everything we're filling out right now, you're going to get a copy of the email as soon as we're done. So what is
Awesome.
a good email to send this to you?
It's parker@gmail.com.
Awesome. Okay. So I'm going to put in the discount that we just talked about. So for that initial visit, because we're going to be doing the pest control and the mosquito for you guys.
Yeah.
So let me add both of those here.
Okay.
But for the pest control, and so you guys can see, these are the two subscriptions that I'm going to click on to change the pricing. Okay, I got to do it individually for each one. So we're going to start with pest control. So for the pest control, instead of that $350, like I said, I'll take off like $150 for you guys, so it's just $200 to start.
Okay.
And then,
yeah.
you guys saw, I'm going to click $150 there, scroll down, and it'll show the reoccurring price at the very top. Okay. And then, like I said, I'll just keep those recurring monthly payments of just $59 for you guys as well.
Okay.
So once I'm done with that, I click Save Subscription. We're going to click on Mosquito and Tick and basically repeat that process. And then, yeah, we'll throw in that Mosquito and Tick with the bundle. So since you're doing both of them, we're able to do a little bit of discount. Okay. So usually by itself, that's like $200, but I'm going to be able to do it for $100 for you guys. Okay. And then afterwards, it's just the same deal, $59 a month for the mosquito. Same deal, we come out every other month, whereas pest control, it's once every 3 months. Okay.
So it's 118 monthly.
118 monthly. Yep, for everything, inside, outside, the yard, mosquitoes and whatnot.
Okay.
So I'm going to click Save Customer. Okay. It's going to show me my contract value. So bundled together, what is the total value of all those services annually? Okay. I want to make sure that's right. So 118 times 12, you can do the quick math. Over the summer, you're going to start learning what the contract value is just based off of the numbers that you give people pretty consistently. So save customer. And then I'm going to go over to the agreement tab. Okay.
By the way, a little bit of salesmanship here. I wouldn't be like putting that in front of their face. Like, so you understand you're signing up for $1,600 right there, right, Bob? Okay, cool. I'll keep moving. You're just confirming the price that they've already committed to at that point, right? So they've already said, like they've let you get into the service agreement. So you're just confirming what you've already talked about. You're not like, I wouldn't draw attention to like the sum total. Anyway, I just wanted to.
Yeah, and Parker asked like the monthly total. To be honest, like I just told him the monthly total for the services. Unless he asked, I wasn't going to tell him it's going to be 118 a month.
Yeah.
Like I was just going to tell him it's 59 for mosquito, 59 for pest a month. So it's 59 for each. Cool. So this is your service agreement. This is the copy that the customer is going to get a PDF via email literally as soon as you're done. And like I said, I want you guys to double check their inbox, make sure they got it. Otherwise, they'll freak out and be like, who's this scammer that just took my card information but didn't give me anything in return? So make sure they get this, but it's going to have their service address. So it'll show their name, phone number, email, all that stuff. Make sure the address is right. And then included bundle services, it'll clarify initial price, recurring price, and then for the mosquito, it'll show the same deal, and then it'll also show the total, okay? While it shows this part here, like Parker said, I don't necessarily show this part because this isn't super necessary. We've already gone over the pricing. So what I'm going to do when I pull up the agreement is I immediately scroll down to the service and payment schedule, okay? This is the part in the slides that we showed you to show the customer. So I'm going to show the customer here. So like I said, we're going to come out, since it's March, we're going to do the mosquito and pest control service for you tomorrow when we have you scheduled. And then you'll notice that each month it's going to be that 118, but in May we're going to come back out to do that mosquito service. So wherever you see an S here, that means that we're coming to service the home that month. If you see it says 1X, that's just one service, versus 2, that means we're doing mosquito and pest control at the same time.
Got it.
Does that make sense? Cool.
And you're just doing the mosquito in like the warmer months.
Mosquito, yep, is going to be May, and then we're going to do it again in July, and then once again in September. And mosquito is just service March through October for frontline. And again, if you see anything, you call us in between, we'll come back for free. But we bill monthly to make it smaller bite-sized payments. So it's over the course of the year.
One thing I'm concerned about is contracts. So like I'm okay on the monthly, you know, I want to try this.
Yeah.
But like I'm a little bit nervous about committing to a year. I've just been burned on contracts before. So can I not do a contract?
Yeah, great question. You had mentioned you had used Aptiva in the past, correct?
Yes, I've had Aptiva, and I've done pest control before.
Okay,
but
cool.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, so it's pretty similar to what you had in the past. For us, in order to guarantee our results, we ask that you give us at least a year so that we can consistently come out and treat eggs that like to hatch. Especially after our first treatment, when we treat, it's going to flush all these bugs out. So it'll be a slight increase, but after that, it slowly decreases so you don't see anything. So I just ask that you give us at least a year, but most of the customers out here after the first year end up keeping us on because they love the service.
Okay.
So yeah, I guess
so just a 1 year.
Just a 1 year agreement. Yep.
Okay, I'm willing to give you a shot for a year and see if I like it.
Cool. Yeah. So like I said here,
just pause there. That happens all the time. So like, see how he empathized. He referenced or asked if I've had a service in the past. He spoke to it confidently. And then he moved it forward, right? Like you're going to do that in paperwork all the time. And how many times as a vet in here have you heard the customer to that say, all right, I'll give you a shot for a year? Like it happens all the time. So that was well done.
Cool. So again, I'm just going to reiterate because it's in red here with the customer. So like I said, we got our guarantee right here. We'll come back for free if you ever need us to. You just give us a call and we'll be back within the week. So outside of that, at the very bottom here, I'm going to have you sign in this white box. Won't be your best John Hancock. Perfect. And then again, this is going to get sent to your email right now. Last piece is I just need to put a credit card, debit card down on file. I guess, do you prefer credit or debit?
Yeah, I can use a credit card.
Okay, cool.
Here's that.
Okay, and as I'm doing this is actually an important piece for me. But as I'm putting in card info, right, I'm reading it. I'm now going to start talking to him like he's like my best friend. So what are your plans today? Like, what do you like to do for fun? I want to draw his mind off of the sale and the fact that he just gave me his card. Because one, I don't want buyer's remorse, but two, again, I'm solidifying that he's buying from me. I'm the reason he's buying, not, again, necessarily because he needs pest control.
And you're transitioning into these setting expectations things, those bullet points that we referenced, right? So, yeah, Kelby.
Working? Okay. I just wanted to add, so I typically gauge the customer. If they're a little standoffish, I'll sit there with their card. I'll show them exactly what I'm doing with their card in front of them. If people are super friendly, they give you their card right away, then that's something that I'll do from a distance and then have a conversation with them. Do you guys have a preference on how you guys go about that, or is that pretty much the same?
I make sure my phone is visible, like the screen is visible. So they see I'm not like putting in my notes app or like my Target order, right? Like they can see I'm very clearly on the same app that we were filling out their information. And then again, it doesn't matter the distance so much as long as they have view while I'm conversating with them.
I think that's good thought. Everyone's a little different on that. Some people are super trusting. Some people are like, if you're pulling it back and they're kind of that like, you're not going to sell my information. Like if they ask questions like that, like you don't sell information, right, online. I'm like, no, of course not. This is an encrypted system. In fact, I'll do this with you. Like, punch it in. they see that it's like an actual app and it saves and it like looks legit, and then they're like, okay,
There's like a little lock icon.
right, yeah.
So
Good thought.
this is just the payment tab, right? So we clicked on the agreement, we filled that all out, he got that sent to him. This is where you put that card information in, and so then you can just click credit card, click add, and it'll let you add the physical card, and it'll show you initial due, right? So his total would be 150 for GPC, 150 for Mosquito, 300 for the initial, and then make sure auto pay is turned on. So there's a little tab that you can make sure it's checked to the on instead of off position, and then copy service address. Make sure, sometimes this happens, but if a customer recently moved, right, sometimes they don't update their billing address that's associated with the card to the physical address. So you got to make sure and double check that this service address where they're getting billed is the same as the billing address. So after this, I'm going to do my little, solidifying sale thing that we just talked about on the slides. So cool. So my technician, they're going to make sure to give you a call before they come out to service the home today. Like I said, they're going to show up between 2 to 4 o'clock. So if you want them to do the inside, they'll knock on the front door. They'll do the inside first and then the exterior. After a first appointment, I actually want you guys to expect to see an increase temporarily in pest activity as all these bugs are getting flushed out of the wall voids, out of the yard. It's a good sign. It means our product's working. And then if you see anything after that, like I said, just give us a ring. We'll come back for free. So it looks like it's going to be raining or sprinkling a little bit in a couple hours. So we can still work in the rain. That's not an issue at all. We'll be out here. The only reason we need to reschedule at all is if there's like thunderstorms, lightning, or like a tornado.
Okay, that's good to know.
You guys should be good to go. Do you guys have any dogs?
No.
Okay, cool. So yeah, outside of that, you guys should be good to go. Again, it is a 1-year agreement. So we just ask you to give us a little bit of time to show you our work, and then again, hope to earn your business for life.
Cool. Awesome, man. Thanks
Cool.
for
Thank you for your business.
Yeah.
And by chance, do you have any friends or know anybody out here that would be interested
go
in
talk to Tim
Okay.
across the street.
Cool.
Tim's my homie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right. Good job. Let's give Tanner a hand. That was awesome. Do you guys have any questions on that, just on that flow or that process? Cool. That was great, dude. Really good. Okay, let's do some demos. Let's get our slides back up, and I just want to do a couple demos just to knock off the rust and see some people go from the very beginning to the end. So,
Yeah. We'll see if I do.
So let's go like two or three rookies. I just want them to come up and let's do a couple initial approaches with some objections, and I'll just coach you up in front of everyone, and we'll just give feedback to a couple people, and then we'll finish with this tonight, and then yeah, we'll have Cam be our customer. You want to be the customer, Cam? Who wants it, baby? Said please, and then I'll go. Okay, we're gonna have Tevin go, and then Nick. I like it.
Do you have a preference on the slide?
No, I don't really. I was just going to go to this one, this rookie demos with feedback.
Okay.
Okay, we'll do some role plays, do a little demo. All right. We ready to go?
Wait, sorry, are we doing the app or
No, we're
are we
just
doing
going
from
from
the
the top. Yeah, the app is. So we're just gonna go from the top. Cam, throw anything at him, dude. Let's see how he does.
He's ready, bro.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right. Sure.
I'll mic you up, bro.
Mike him.
Put this in your pocket. I just turned it on. Is it working?
Hello. Wow, feel professional.
Let's
All
go.
right, let's go.
Okay. All right.
Hey, can I help you?
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
Good.
What are you up to?
Hey, I'm out here doing work for Mike next door and then the Andersons across the street. Have they been by to let you know what's going on?
No.
No?
What's
Okay,
up?
awesome. So I'm just the bug guy. I take care of the pest control for them, about 20 other homes in the neighborhood. Who do you have doing that for you this year?
I'm all set. I do it myself from Home Depot.
Awesome. Yeah, super smart for you to be doing something out here. You'd be crazy not to. Are you just using like the
Home defense.
The home defense stuff?
Yep.
Awesome. Yeah, like I said, super smart for you to be doing something. Just a quick thought for you. The Andersons, they were doing it themselves this year as well.
Mhm.
We're teaming up this year just because we do a few extra things that they like. We're working together to get rid of those pest control.
Okay.
If I can pitch you in with them while we're already out here, we can do it for super cheap.
What's like the price on what you charge?
Yeah, it's just about $1 million. No, I'm just messing with you.
Okay.
What's the square footage of your home?
2,000 square foot.
Okay, I just got to do a quick inspection around the outside of the home, and then I can get you a free quote. Is the gate over on the left or on the right?
Left side.
Okay, go on and throw on your shoes, and I'll meet you out back.
Good job, dude. Let's go, baby.
That was baller, dude.
That was great, man. Okay, stay up here. I just want to give. Let's do a couple wins, and then I want to give like one or two just little tips for them. But wins from the audience. Bri, what'd you see?
So confident.
So confident, dude.
I love that you were like,
Hey, Brian, that's not on, buddy. I love you, though.
Mike's not on.
Is that on? Oh my gosh. No, I love that you like made that joke of like, yeah, it's gonna be like $1 million, where it just felt like super conversational. You weren't like being super robotic and not just like, I take my job so seriously.
Yeah.
Like you're having fun and just enjoying life. So
Yeah,
it's good.
humor can be a tool, man. 100%. That was money. What else? Couple other wins.
I thought the body language was awesome. When he asked like, is the gate on the left or the right, he was moving. Everything was super assumptive. It was
Yeah.
awesome.
Nice job. I agree. Anything else? Cameroni? As the customer? What do we feel?
He overcame my objection with finesse, and it's been obvious that you're practicing a bunch, because I gave the DIY objection and you weren't like, oh, freak, here we go. You were like, no worries, and you smoothly transitioned into your tailored response. The tailored response like made total sense. It was very logical, and then you closed really well too. You followed it up with another close that led me into asking how much. Super solid.
Nice. Cool. Awesome. I think it was really good, dude. I think like 8 out of 10. I think your initial looks confident and clean, and the flow is solid. My one thought is this, and it's not, so that tailored response could work for that guy depending on the type. We've
If they
talked
want
about
to
this.
keep doing it.
Yeah, so DIY, he went with we're teaming up with DIY people, and I'm making it make sense for them. I'm doing some things differently, and then you closed with, and if I can fit you in, I'll do it for really cheap or something like that, right?
Yeah, the teaming up works with that type of guy because it's usually they want to keep doing their own pest
That's
control.
right. Teaming up, tailored response on DIY works with a guy that looks like he wants to keep doing it. You know what I'm saying?
He's prideful.
Like,
Like
he's
doesn't want to
got
be told
his,
he
he's
can't do
like,
his job.
yeah, like he's yeah, he's hillbilly in the country, like. But I would not go with that tailored response. I would not go with that tailored response in like a white collar, nicer neighborhood, because honestly, like a solid tailored response for DIY is like I empathized to create union with you, but now I want to differentiate and tell you why you should give me a shot, why you should hire me instead of continuing to do it yourself.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So it could have been a good tailored response. I'm not saying it's not. I want to create clarity around know who your customer is. So, for example, let me demo. If I'm in a neighborhood and it feels kind of nice and it's cookie cutter and most people have a service, I wouldn't go with that tailored
Right.
response, right? I would go with, hey, my empathy would be like, hey, that's awesome. You gotta be doing something out here. So totally smart. Hey, just something to think about. I've had some of the neighbors this year want to try me out. The main reason why is I'm using products that are really long lasting and really effective. I can get to some of the hard to reach places because you have a big, beautiful home. And I'm making it make sense from a cost standpoint. Like it's a no-brainer. You're already buying stuff at the store, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you were willing to give me a shot, I'm willing to do it for really cheap.
Okay, what's the cost?
So that would be, that tailored response would be a better fit probably in a neighborhood where you're not with someone that looks like they want to keep doing it.
Yeah.
And I would rather almost start with mine or
Yeah.
default to mine because you can always default to, if the guy's objection, which you will get this, is like, I like doing it. I like being out here on Saturdays treating for my bugs. You'll get some of that in the country. Then I would go to, hey, yeah, totally. I've actually heard that
Team up.
before. This actually can still work. Like, let's team up. I use I have really effective products. I can get to some of the tough places. Keep doing what you're doing. I think it'll help. But like, I can flush some things out that you're not able to get to with the store-bought products. And I think I can still make sense of it for you from a cost standpoint. Have you gotten a quote from a company in the past? No? Cool, let's chat about it. Let's go on an inspection, you know? So,
Cool.
But that was solid. Good job, brother.
Funny.
Really good. Let's give Tevin a big hand. Okay, Nick, you want to go?
It's Nick's turn.
All right, let's do a couple of these. We're just
Nick
going to
Bowen
coach it
told
up.
me.
We're learning.
I'll back out after that.
Let's learn. Who wants to be a customer? Kelby? Sure. Come on, dude. Let's go.
Let's go, Nick.
All right, boy, Nick.
Is that a good spot?
Yeah, that's solid.
Is there a specific route that we want?
What do you guys want to see? A demo of. Let's go switch over. Let's go switch over. Come on now.
All right. Ready?
Howdy.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. Yeah, I'm doing some work for Bob and Jim across the street. Did they let you know what I was doing?
No, they didn't.
Okay, no problem. I'm doing the pest control. I'm in the area for the next couple days with my trucks. So if we could fit you in on our schedule, we could service them for super cheap.
Okay. I think we're good. I mean, like we've got someone coming out, so
Gotcha. Yeah, who do you have doing that for you right now?
we've got Aptiva.
Aptiva.
Yeah.
No, you're being saying not to have someone coming out for it. How long have you been with Aptiva?
About 2 years now.
It's been a couple years.
Yeah.
When you called Aptiva out, did you call them out for the ants or for the spiders?
Just some of the general pests. I know my wife, obviously she doesn't like the bugs or anything,
Totally.
so just like some of the ants and spiders.
Okay, I'm gonna pause you. Pretty
Yeah.
dang good so far, dude.
Okay.
You look confident. You know the initial approach. Your initial approach was solid. You're gonna sell a ton. Like you look really, really good. I want to make one or two little small adjustments.
Okay. Give it to me.
Number one is this is obviously a role play, so take this with a grain of salt. But he came out a little happy, kind of happy vibes, almost like a Southern guy, you know.
Uh-huh.
Like, hey, how's it going? It is important that you match people's metaverbal communication. So sometimes,
I like it.
if the customer is happy and the rep is sleepy, no sale.
Gotcha.
Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
Totally. Yeah.
And I'm not saying you're sleepy, but there was a level of he's vibrating at an 8 or a 9 frequency and you're at a 6.
Yeah.
No sale.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense?
Give me some energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you gotta vibrate at the customer's frequency always.
Tad, I'm sorry, I'm nervous.
Yeah. Okay, so that's just one thought. I'm glad that came up though because I cannot emphasize how important that is, because a person can be saying the right words, which in this case Nick is. Like he looks polished, he knows what he's saying, but your metaverbal communication is very important. The second thing, which is kind of a what to say, but so switch over objection, empathize properly. That was good. Then you said, do you mind me asking who does it? Aptive.
Yeah.
How long have they been doing it? Which is solid. Qualify. Then comes your tailored response, not another question, right?
Uh-huh.
So you instead of now leaning into your tailored response, you asked a discovery question, which was, what made you start with Aptive? Was it ants or
Yeah.
spider, something like that?
Yeah.
So you went one too many discovery questions. You gotta
You gotta give a reason for that. Just some food for thought.
Yeah.
Reason why a ton of your neighbors are giving me a shot.
Okay. Yeah.
That's right.
Totally.
We're a local
Yep.
company.
You got to share your tailored
Yeah.
response. You're waiting too long because at some point even a happy friendly guy is not going to just let you keep peppering him with questions.
Yeah.
You know?
Totally.
So let's go same exact customer, and I want to see you make those two adjustments.
So start from the beginning?
Yep.
Okay.
Happy Southern
Yes,
boy.
sir. Okay.
Happy Southern boy, same thing. And then when you get to that third question, I want you to come with some tailored response sauce before you.
Okay.
But I'm actually okay with that question as a close after the tailored response. The bug question. Does
Yeah.
that make sense?
Mhm.
Okay. All right, let's see it.
Howdy, howdy.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Doing great. Yeah, I'm doing some work for Bob and a couple of the other neighbors. Did they tell you what was going on?
Good.
No, they didn't.
Gotcha. Yeah, no problem. I'm doing the pest control here for the next couple days, and my trucks are here. Who do you currently have doing the bugs for you?
We've got Aptive coming out for us.
Okay, yeah, and you're smart to have someone doing it. You've been saying not to, right?
Right.
A lot of the neighbors actually have been really happy with our local service and switched over from Aptive. Just we're doing a bit more for the value.
Okay, so pause. You're okay. But
Yeah.
this guy hasn't told you yet that he has Aptive, right? Or
No, he
you?
did.
I did.
Oh, he did. Sorry, I messed up. So you told him Aptive. Did you ask how long or no?
No, I didn't.
So you're missing one
Yeah.
qualifying question, then go with the tailored response.
Okay,
So go Aptive and then
Yeah.
do that and then go.
I've got Aptive coming out for me.
gotcha.
Yeah.
And you're smart to have someone coming out. You'd be insane not to, right?
Yeah.
How long have you been with Aptive?
I think like 2 years now.
2 years.
Mhm.
Gotcha. Just a thought. A lot of the neighbors have been super happy with our service switching over from Aptive. We're a local company and we're just doing a lot more for the value.
Okay.
Like I said, for the next couple of days we're here, so we could service your home for a huge discount.
Well, how cheap?
That's a great question. What's the square footage of your home? Do you know?
It's like 2,500.
Gotcha. So it's about the same as the other houses here.
Yeah.
What I'll do is just a quick inspection on the outside of the home, and I'll let you have a free quote for that. Is
Okay.
the gate on the left side or
Great
the
job,
right?
Nick. That was awesome, dude.
Left.
Great job.
Yeah.
Good job. That was great. Good work. Let's hear a couple wins. That was solid, dude. Great job. Couple wins, and then we'll do one or two more. Thanks for getting up, dude. That was really good. Yeah, Shane. Sorry, I know we're going a little long tonight, but sometimes the service agreement training can be a little sleepy, so I just wanted to finish with some. Yeah,
I thought
Shane.
that, especially after the round of advice you gave, he seemed to be super chipper and was matching the energy really well, and that helped him to. It seemed like he connected a lot better. It was a lot smoother. Just everything flowed better when he matched the energy.
Yeah. Yep, matching the energy is huge. Nate.
I love that we took the correction and then applied it. And I think as we were going through it, I'm like, you could do the same thing during the summer. You're going to knock a door. It's going to come out wrong. You're going to screw it up. And that doesn't mean that you're going to do the same thing on the next door. Like,
Yeah.
check yourself and then make the adjustment and then hit the next door. So, like, it's just a mental exercise for the summer. Every door can be different. Every door can be better.
Yeah.
If you choose to be humble and accept the help that we're getting throughout the summer, and I mean that means all summer you're just gonna sell more and more.
Yeah, you're gonna mess up, and that's okay. And dude, even Nick, like just me teaching him that now, day one when he has someone that comes out super happy, and he was nervous and not paying attention to his metaverbals, and he's kind of flat, and then he has not an awesome interaction. Boom! Now after that door, you can tell yourself, hey, I think that's why that didn't go well. Is that I didn't match his energy, right? So part of this job is just self-diagnosing. You learn something, you make adjustments, you do your best, and but yes, magic happens when people are kind of vibrating at the same, frequency. So yeah, be mindful of who your customer is. Okay, let's do one more, and then we'll close up tonight. Want to have one more rookie come up and do their deal. Gable, let's go, baby. Yeah, use this. And Nate, you want to be the customer? Sweet. Let's do what else do you guys want to see? Let's do a smoke screen early. Do you know what to do with like a quick
Yo.
smoke screen objection?
not interested.
We reviewed it a little bit, but like
I
the
don't
one where
see
they,
bugs.
like super quick.
Yeah. So you basically empathize, but then
All
kinda
I
go
have
right
is
back
kids.
to where you were
No bugs.
in the initial approach. Okay.
You get rid of those.
Cool. Okay, I want you to look for this, but we want to get you kind of comfortable with this. But Nate's going to hit him with a smoke screen, kind of an early objection before Gable's even kind of able to get into his thing. Okay? Okay, listen up. One more. Let's go. Let's listen.
What's up, dude?
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
Hey, I've been doing some work with Todd over there across the street. Has he been by to let you know what we're doing for him at all yet?
No, but I'm probably good, so thanks.
Okay, yeah, I totally got you. I'm sure there's been lots of people by knocking on the door.
Yep.
I'll make it super brief. We're just out here doing the bugs.
Good.
And doing the pest control out here. And if we could get you in on the schedule while our trucks are out here in the area, we could fit you in for super cheap.
Oh, sweet. How much?
Great question. Do you know the square footage?
That was
on your
amazing.
home?
Let's give him a hand. Hold on, I want to go one more. We're gonna go again though. That was actually really good, dude.
Yeah.
It was too slow motion.
Yeah.
Because so you never want to go fast in sales, but you do need to be more efficient than that.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you're in front of a big group and you're just kind of thinking through it, but so same thing. Cut him off early. You empathize properly, you get right back into your offering, and you make sure at least that he hears pest control, trucks, and give a close.
Okay.
So you did a good job. We got there, but I just want it to be a
wanna
little
give
more
him an
efficient.
example of
Yeah,
that?
same thing. Okay. And then we'll just keep going after on this one.
Want me to give him a
Okay.
Yeah.
How far can you go? What's up, dude?
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
Hey, I've been doing some work with Todd over here down the street. Has he been by to let you know what we're doing for him yet?
No, dude, I think I'm good.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah, I got you. I'm sure there's been lots of people coming by. We're just out here doing pest control, and my trucks are in the area. If we could fit you in right now, we could service your home for super cheap.
Good.
Okay. What are you guys treating for?
Great question. Let me show you. So we're treating for all the general pests, just everything that you can see on this card. But what have you been seeing in the past?
Oh, dude, we have these black widows everywhere, I feel like.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we could for sure knock those out. Have you been seeing them like up in the rafters or more in the basement? Or?
Honestly, yeah, I see them like all these rocks around my home. I feel like anytime I pick one up, it's just got a nest.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, we could for sure take care of those black widows for you. And if we could fit you in here while we're in the area, we could service your home for 50% off.
Okay. How much is that?
A great question. Do you know the square footage of your
Yeah,
home?
it's like 3,000.
Okay, perfect. So to get you a free quote, I just need to do a quick inspection around the outside of your home. Is the gate just over here to the right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Boom, let's go. Keep going.
Oh, in the backyard.
Keep going, dude.
You know how to
He's got him.
inspection?
Inspection.
In the backyard?
I haven't.
You haven't done that?
No.
Okay. Well, you got to train on
Can't
that.
sell me.
But what you have trained on is really good.
Dude, what's your
So,
credit card?
I'll tag in for Gable here. We'll do an inspection. Dude, that was really good. Really good. Okay, Gable hasn't trained the inspection, but he's definitely done some training on the initial because that looked amazing. So Gable's homework is to now train on the inspection, and if you do that, you will sell a lot of pest control this summer.
Boom.
You can go to.
One more Shayla wants to go.
Oh.
Let's do it. Okay, I'll do the inspection, then we'll do that. Okay. All right. So I just want to show a good, solid inspection, pretending like I'm Gable, basically, same interaction. Yeah. We'll do a softball for you. Okay, so I am in the backyard now. I met Gable, or I'm meeting my customer back here. Same interaction that Gable just had, though. So you have black widows. Yep. Cool. Hey, I'm Parker, by the way.
Nice to meet you, Nate.
Good to meet you. How long have you guys been in the home?
Just a couple years, like just over 2.
Cool. Yeah, this is a great neighborhood. You guys like it here?
Yeah, it's nice. I mean, it's chill.
Yeah, cool. That's sweet. Yeah, we're in here all the time. I love this neighborhood. So, when was the last time you had the home professionally treated?
I don't
know if
think
it's
we've
been
done
done?
it. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
They might have done some before us.
Sure. So at least 2 years then, because you've been here 2 years. Yeah, it makes sense. Usually if you have spiders nesting around the perimeter like that, it just means it hasn't been done in a while, so it's definitely due.
Okay.
So we definitely, like I showed you up front, we do spiders. If they're nesting like that, I can make a really big difference with just my perimeter treatment.
Okay.
So we'll focus on those spiders. I do kind of everything, but in your case, we'll focus on that. So I treat the perimeter of the house, a couple feet up and out, and that will flush out anything that's kind of nested. So you'll get them in those rock beds, like you mentioned, and then up in the wall voids, things like that.
Okay.
So that perimeter treatment is going to make a huge difference with that.
Okay.
And then also, some of these spiders will lay their eggs up high. That's where you get those cobwebs up top.
Yeah, makes sense.
So we'll sweep that down and keep it looking good for you. And then we'll put some product up there and it'll repel the spiders from coming back. So we do that, and then I'll granulate the yard. It'll help catch anything at the source, so spiders that are trying to kind of move in. So we do yard, base, and eaves. Although I'm going to focus on the spiders, I take care of ants and wasps and just kind of everything. Our yard service helps with the mosquitoes as well, and with the water back here, I would imagine you get a little bit of that.
Yeah, like in the evening.
Yeah. So we'll focus on that, like I said, but this covers basically everything for both the structure and the yard.
Okay.
So I come 4 times a year for the general bugs, and then I come monthly in the warm months for the mosquito.
Okay.
And I do that I do that same service for like 15, 20 neighbors in your neighborhood. So I'm here all the time, and I would just add you to the same schedule as them, so it's super easy on us.
Okay.
So if you see anything in between the visits, you can call me anytime. So those, black widows, things like that, just call us and we'll come back to you and make sure you're satisfied.
Okay.
So are you here the next day or two?
Yeah, it just depends on time of day.
Yeah, cool. If you're seeing much inside, like, do you see spiders in the garage or inside the house much? Or
No, the home's pretty new, so like I think the inside.
So this is mainly exterior where you're seeing things?
Yeah.
Cool. So I don't even need you home on the first one, to be honest with you. If you had issues inside, then I would want you home.
Okay.
But let me show you a quote and see if I can make this make sense for you.
Cool.
So your home, do you know the square footage?
Yeah, it's like right here on this 3,000.
Okay, perfect. So usually that first visit is $300.
Okay.
And what that gets you is that perimeter visit, the treatment. I do the yard and then I do the top, like I said. So it's usually $300 for that first one and then $80 a month. But I'm here and I'm willing to discount it for you just because I'm doing the other houses. So instead of the $300, I would do that first one for just $150.
Okay.
And then, like I said, the monthly is $80, and that's the deal that I have a bunch of these other guys on.
Okay.
So I would just need to grab some information if that works for you.
I mean, it sounds good. I just don't know if I'm right. Could I get a card and maybe call you back? Is that cool?
Yeah. Yeah, I can leave some info if you'd like. The reason I came by to chat with you is I have a couple slots that I'm trying to fill.
Okay.
And so if you'd work with me on that, that's kind of why I'm out here tonight. Is I'm going to be doing a bunch of work the next couple days. Okay. Anyone that's willing to take me up on that while I'm here, like I said, I'm doing it for the 150 instead of the 300. Is it the price that you're concerned about, or just the idea of getting it done? Because obviously you have black widows, right? Like this,
Yeah.
this is, I think it is due.
Yeah, I guess I just never done it before, so
Sure.
I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
I just wanted to give it some thought.
This might help. Let me show you something. So we're local, like I said.
Yeah.
And we have, these are our reviews.
Oh, cool.
So like 5-star reviews for days.
Nice.
Lots of 5-star reviews. And yeah, we're experts. We know what we're doing. We'll take care of your place for you. And it's not a super long-term commitment. I ask that you try it for that first year. It'll flush out everything that's nested, and we hope you do it long-term, but I would just ask that you try it for the first year. So
Makes
if that
sense.
works for you, I would just grab some info and get you done probably tomorrow, if that's okay.
Yeah. Cool. What do you need?
Cool. What's your first name?
Nate.
Cool. All right.
Boom.
Got him. All right. Couple wins, couple takeaways. A little rusty, but maybe two wins, 2 takeaways, and then let's get one more. Yeah.
Okay. What I think got Parker the deal there, obviously he had to overcome the objection at the end, but the difference in like a normal rep and like an elite rep like Parker is he says, yeah, you get the spiders up there, we'll knock those down. What that's going to do for you is this, right? When we treat the foundation, that's going to keep the ants out. And it's like, yes, they have a problem and the solution is to get treated, but what does that do for them? And the more you can relate it to like, this is going to affect your life, the better off the deal's going to go.
Yep. Love it. Nate?
On that, it's kind of funny to be a customer because you realize like I'm only hearing like 25% of what you're saying, but those 25% is like what that means for you is, and because that there's like key phrases that we catch throughout it, and so I think that's like what Parker was saying. That's what makes the difference, is knowing that okay, not everything that's coming out of my mouth is being digested,
Mm-hmm.
but there's some key phrases that are, and so hitting on those key things, understanding that, and then just assuming the sale will get you, I mean, 50% of your deals or more, just being like, yep, let's get it done.
Yep.
So
Love it.
One thing you have mentioned throughout the night is like the vibrations of energy, and Nate was pretty low energy, and I felt like you matched his energy, but also you kept you kept energy up. Sometimes I feel like if you bring it too low, then it's just like there's no transfer of energy happening. So I thought that was a really good job of like matching it, but also almost bringing up maybe just one notch so that it kept moving the momentum forward.
Yeah, this is like super, I'm going to geek out for a second, but like I think of it as like a pendulum, and their energy level and their vibe, I want to just be inside of it coming back to normal. So like if you have someone that's like crazy high energy, you kind of match them, but it's like you got to bring them back down to like earth. And same thing with a really flat person. I try to kind of be more towards the middle than whatever their thing is, just by a hair to come back. I don't know. There's something about that science. I don't know how to put words to that, but that's how I think of it. Yeah. You want to do one more?
There's not really enough time.
Come on, let's do it. You got it. Let's go. We're doing this. Let's go.
Like, oh, shut. This is actually so mean.
No, it's good. It's good for you. This builds character.
Scratching my name off the cover.
She's not coming out anymore. Okay, Becca, be the customer so she can role play with who she's been practicing with.
If I vomit, who's cleaning it up?
I got you. I've been cleaning up throw up for 6 years. I got kids. Let's go.
I hate this with my whole being.
Does this work?
I'm just gonna hold the mic. Is that chill?
Yeah.
I'm sweating. Well, I'll probably be sweating this summer. So it's
Yes, you will.
live.
It's hot out there.
Stop.
Okay, let's do it.
Just as an intern. I did bad. Okay.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, good. How are you?
Doing good.
Yeah, I'm just out here doing work for Jim and Pam and about 10 other neighbors. Do they kind of tell you what's going on?
No, what's up?
Yeah, I'm actually out here doing the pest control in the area, and I have a few more slots on my route, and if I could get you in, I could do it for super cheap.
Oh,
Good.
yeah, I think we're good. We're just not interested. Thanks,
Yeah,
though.
definitely totally understand that. Before I let you go, what kind of work has been done on your home? Do you have a company coming out for you?
My husband just takes care of it. So,
Yeah, for sure. You'd be crazy not to do something out here in the summer. Like I said before I let you go, I kind of want to let you know what we at Palisade do for you. So we go ahead and treat 3 feet up, 3 feet out, and the whole yard.
Okay, let's pause there.
Oh,
Let's give a big hand. No, that was good. That was so good. That was amazing. Come back. Come on.
Tell me what I did wrong.
So, no, your initial was like as good as it gets. Like amazing energy. There's basically, when you do that properly, there's going to be responses that come from it, and one of them is not interested. It's just an objection, right? And you guys will put in work and make sure you kind of know how to flow with that. But like up until that point, it was totally perfect. Not interested is an objection. So I would empathize with it, which you did perfectly, and then I would share a logic statement and then close. And so we can put in some work on that pathway, but like we don't need to get into that tonight. But no,
we can be
like,
done.
yeah, that was great. That was amazing. You're there. Like if you do that pitch a whole day, you will get deals. Like you will get deals. You will get people that ask how much. Let's go. We're paying her. Cool. Okay, we're done. Thanks for coming tonight, guys. That was awesome.